Welcome to the Scottish countryside, as good a place as any to discuss what happened in Solingen, just north of Cologne in Germany last night. Jesus H. Christ, a festival of diversity. You can't make up this horrible demonic clown world any more than it already does. And why is my lip looking funny? I've got a snooze in. Better than smoking, isn't it? 3 people dead, 5 in intensive care, may still lose their lives, a further 5 seriously injured, on top of the life-threateningly injured. And this is a festival in a small town in Germany, following on from the multiple mass stabbings we've had in Britain, in Southport, the very famous one that sparked the civil unrest, Manchester the other day. Oh yeah, 3, yeah, just normal, like, and again, as a thinking individual, you have to say, what are my chances of being brutally murdered when I'm out with my family, or just going to a festival, a music festival about diversity? Woo! You're all welcome in Germany. Woo! Sorry, no disrespect to the victims, but my way of dealing with it is to try and put some dark comedy on it at times. Gallows humor, I think it's called. I can't help but notice that you guys, my viewers, everyone else, all the normies in that hotel, all the normies, when I go to cities, Manchester, Liverpool, London, because of the nature of what I do, video-wise, I shine a mirror. I hold a mirror up, look at your behavior, and nobody likes a mirror. Men will do anything. We will commit atrocities to not have to face our own imperfection. And I always look over my shoulder, like, who's that walking up behind me? Like, whoa, I'll change the way I'm, what are you doing? Why are you walking behind me? I'm always, and here's the thing, our dear leaders, Keir Jong-un, Two-tier Keir, what's the other good name for him? Keir Stalin, or Labour, far left, centre left, well, he's a lefty, Prime Minister, and all the chancellors and prime ministers and presidents across Europe, they're saying, okay, look, we created a perfect civilization where it's relatively perfectly safe for you to walk around and have a good time. But what we've done, we've introduced danger. And so your average European now, or anyone in the West, before you could walk around like, I'm having a great time, I'll get drunk, have a good time, I'll get in a taxi, have a good time, I'll go to that local kebab shop as a young teenage girl, I'll get some kebabs, I'm sure it'll be fine, what's the worst that'll happen? Here's looking at you, Rotherham. And you've gone from happy normies going about your shopping business, your life business, you've gone from happy normies holding hands. We've all been forced to turn into Reconnaissance special forces behind enemy lines. And the saddest thing is, the enemy line has been drawn in your backyard where it used to be safe. Now you're like, I'm just gonna take my kids to a little dance class in some random small seaside town in northern England, it'll be fine. It's not fine. And now we've got the media as well. Here in Britain, every single minor stabbing, front page news now. Last week, in fact, it's Saturday today, so this last week, the last 7 days, I think we've had something like 5 little girls stabbed in England. Kicked off last week with a little girl, 11-year-old, in Leicester Square, by some random 32-year-old. Anyway, let's cheer things up. Let's turn the camera around and look at that for a second. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being alarmist. Maybe there is hope, but I'll turn the camera around again. It doesn't feel like it. Now that, not just I, as a controversial YouTuber, but you, my viewer, you have to act like Reconnaissance Special Forces. Like, whoa, what's going on? Did they see me?